Hello everyone. In this session, let us discuss the gases exchange at the alveoli at the tissue level. Students, as we know very well, the respiration process which helps in the process of intake of oxygen and expelling of carbon dioxide. Before that, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought how inspiration process occurs inside the lungs? Have you ever thought how expiration process occurs inside the lungs? Let us discuss every point with the help of some examples. If you carefully look at this figure called alveoli, so what are called alveoli? Alveoli are called the air sacs in the lungs. As we know, each lung is made up of tiny room-like structures or small chambers which are called as the alveoli. If you see carefully the alveoli, you can see the blood vessels how they are near to this alveoli. Each sac, if you carefully see, each sac, this is called as the alveolar sac, right, which is a room-like structure. Now, you can see the blood vessel. This is the blood capillary. We can call it as blood capillary. So, here into this blood capillary, oxygen diffusion takes place. If we take the inspiration process, here during inspiration, the gases are entering into this tiny sacs called alveoli. Here, during inspiration, oxygen enters into this tiny sacs called alveoli. When oxygen enters into this tiny alveoli, this oxygen diffuses into the blood. If you take the blood vessel or blood capillary there, so the blood receives this oxygen. So oxygen received by the blood, as you know that blood contains hemoglobin, which helps in the transportation of gases from one place to another place. Now these alveoli are one cell thick in nature. They are one cell thick. They are tiny and one cell in thick, and they are lined with an epithelial tissue. Now, during inspiration, oxygen diffuses into the blood. What do you mean by diffusion? The process of movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration is called as the diffusion. Because of this diffusion process, oxygen able to enters into the blood. Through the blood, the oxygen is able to move towards the living cells. When oxygen enters into the cells, what will happen? Immediately, it will be taken by the mitochondria and use this oxygen for the process of production of energy. Whenever the food molecules are break down, carbon dioxide is generated, right? The generated carbon dioxide will again taken by this blood hemoglobin, and blood hemoglobin carries this oxygen, carbon dioxide, towards the